So a lot of you agreed that I should proceed with the head building. That's exactly what I'll do. Snip out all the components I need. It's night time now. Hope this indoor lighting is sufficient for you to see what I'm doing. Notice on this green sprue, it has these panels here, and I'm guessing that helps raise the sprue so that you don't damage in transit, I suppose, all these parts, because it's usually more brittle, this material, and scratches and stuff like that. It's the kind of thing you want to avoid. So you can see here all the protruding parts are well protected. That's a nice consideration, isn't it? Anyway, I needed this neck piece. Looks like a double ball joint. The eyes, of course, which are going to be clear green. Clear green, can be good, can be bad. If you don't like painting, it's fine. If you do like painting and you wanted to customize it to something other than green, having it a colourless plastic would allow you to colour it red or whatever you like. When it's green, it's green. Try colouring this clear red and you'll get a clear brown. Looks like it cut out the wrong neck joint. This one's a clear green one, but there's one that looks exactly the same, but colourless. Here. And what I noticed was this is one of the few ABS sprues in the entire kit. Everything else is styrene. An unusually low count of ABS parts. This, of course, is ABS for the fingers, but I think it's unusual that there are so few ABS parts. He said again. Is this a new direction for Gunpla kits? Yep, there's definitely some duplicated coloured and colourless parts here. So I'll be using the colourless ones because I expect the LED module will be able to transmit light more efficiently through the clear one rather than the coloured ones. I see what this is. All these little ridges here, it's like a light refractor, so when the LED shoots its beam up through the top of his head, it dissipates the light up this channel to the front camera and to the eyes. Very clever. Like that. But what I noticed was this is the back of his head. So lights coming out the front camera, and for here the instructions say you put a fall sticker there. No light piping for the back camera. That's a bit crap. Bandai, what were you thinking? So here we go. Put them all together. And these points here, are these supposed to be black? They are. These are the little Vulcans for the front helmet. If I'm not mistaken, why didn't they do those in black? Okay, the other thing to note is that on the sticker sheet They have the normal foil sticker that goes over the eyes completely, which is all well and good if you're not going to paint, because the metallic green makes them sparkle. But I would have liked one of those Mask of Zorro things where the holes for the eyes were punched out just to wrap around it. But it looks like I'm going to have to paint it black at some point and leave the green of his eyes exposed to let the light shine through. So I'm going to have to take this head apart at some point. Polycap. Another thing is that I don't think it's possible to have a skull for this kit. It's going to have half a face. I think that's almost pretty much it in terms of skull. And frankly, the RX-78-2 had a better skull face than this. It can only get better. The faceplate has some very fine grooves cut into it. Something that we've come to expect since the 2.0 of the RX-78-2. It's very sharp and precise moulding. Look at that. You might be asking, why do you not build these things in order? As in the same sequence as, you know, it outlines in the instruction manual. But these things are so well done that you don't have to follow the sequence exactly as the manual sets out. It's just me, personal preference, that I'm interested in the hands, so I'll build the hands first. I'm interested in the head, so I'll build the head next. And yes, I do cut all the pieces out first and then assemble them afterwards, because the interesting part for me is the assembly. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. And cutting pieces out is not the most interesting part, which is why I spare you that particular experience. So the collar has this tilting action as well, so I suppose when you nod up and down, there's some movement there. Yeah, those Vulcans, why aren't they made from grey? Somebody answer me. Bandai, what were you thinking? Grey plastic for the rear camera? You gotta be kidding me. Mr. Boo, Mr. Boo, Mr. Boo, Mr. Boo. And I think I'm finished with his head. And let's carry on with his neck. Down there, and then I think there's this little thing. The scoop up here at the front or the back. Does it matter? Probably not. There we go. So a double ball jointed neck. This is a collar unit. Snap on his head. Whoa. Major chicken head. He's got a very long neck indeed.
I can stand it there.
Just a second. And finally, I've borrowed a LED unit from my master grade Exia. It's a green one, which is exactly what we want.
And the light will flash.
Yes.
And everyone will turn green.
Which way do I switch
I
it?
will turn
This way?
green and you will turn green.
There's a camera and also the eyes light up. So although it was alright to begin with, my light unit, it's turned a bit flickery now with age. Don't know if the contacts have corroded. So yeah, definitely gonna have to paint around those eyes. The head is done. God, I'm gonna have to buy another one of those LED units as well, aren't I? What should I build next?